What's up, guys? This is take number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. It took me a couple takes, and then I finally got it right, and my memory card failed on me. So here we are again, telling this story, shouting loud in my house while people are sleeping. So, thumbs up for that, right? Let's talk about John Cena and Ford. What's up, guys? Big Clyde 34 coming at you today with a little bit of a newsy type of story. You guys generally enjoy when I do these and I get good feedback on them, so I'm going to keep doing them. Thanks for your support, by the way, on that, guys. I don't say thank you enough to my positive supporters. A lot of times, I just spend a lot of time throwing punches at people who are assholes. Anyways, thank you very much for supporting. Thanks for watching. Anyways, today we're going to talk a little bit about John Cena and the Ford Motor Company and why Ford is suing John Cena. That just seems really weird. It seems like an obscure pairing. You wouldn't think that would be like a story that would ever exist. If you enjoy this content, remember, as always, smack the like button down below, but only if you like it. If you hate this video, do not smack the like button. Well, I mean, you can if you want. It would help me out, but I want you to run into the comments, tell me why you hate my face, tell me why you hate me, tell me why you don't like this content. Anyways, let's get on to the video. So today, we're talking about John Cena, we're talking about Ford. What is it exactly that happened? Now, this man, John Cena, that I grew up watching on TV, and by grew up, I mean like last year, and I really enjoyed watching him on TV, thought he was a cool character. He's really into cars, which made him even cooler to me. Anyways, he goes out, he buys a Ford GT. Now, the Ford GT, you guys remember it. It was kind of like a snobby Ferrari process that they did in order for you to get one of these things. You couldn't just go out and buy one. You had to apply for one. You had to prove. You had to bleed Ford blue. You had to do like Super Saiyan on Ford. You had to be Ford to your death, and you had to go prove that you were either like as Ford as they come and just like completely going to bow down to all that is Ford to get yourself one of these GTs, or that you had a good following and you could be a brand ambassador and tell other people to buy Ford GTs.
I am shooketh.
Basically, I kind of get why they did that. They wanted to try and get as many people in these cars that would push them in the right direction as possible. It makes sense. You know, it's either that or sell it to the highest bidder. They could get short-term money by selling it to the highest bidder, but you build more brand equity by selling it to people who really enjoy the car and who are going to go out there and put it on their social media and get people to buy other Fords, because I don't think Ford would make all that much money off the GT. They probably make like
$100 billion
off the Mustang and selling you a Focus that you don't really need and you're going to pay way too much for because you got the RS package. So what was the illegal thing that Cena did that made Ford sue him? When you signed up for the Ford GT, you signed a contract that said, I will own this Ford GT for at least 2 years before I try and sell it, basically preventing people from flipping the car. People make big money doing this. If I recall correctly, when the C7 Z06 came out, I think they retailed for, or the MSRP was like 80 to 90 grand. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong. And I'm pretty sure I remember seeing them going for like in the hundreds, the 115. People made a lot of money for basically nothing by flipping these cars. Ford didn't want that. They wanted the real enthusiasts.
This is the tail light. It diffuses hot air.
To get them right off the bat, so they did this venting process that would make that happen. And it makes sense. But upon doing my research for this whole ordeal, I watched Rob Ferretti's video that shed a lot of light on this. Like, really, how enforceable is it going to be for Ford to sue him? Like, what, like, they're trying to get the 460 grand back that he paid for the car that his name is now on the title of. The whole thing sounds silly. I know it's a contractual obligation, but how do you put a value on that to the point where you can sue somebody? That, and Rob also brought up another couple of good points. He said that what happens if the car suddenly bombs in value and it's worth nothing? Then you just have this Ford GT that's worth nothing that you have to keep because you're required to by law, by your contract. What happens if you don't? He made a really good point with someone like John Cena. What if he doesn't fit in the car? Or like he puts on a little bit of extra bulk like I can't and ends up not being able to squeeze in the Ford GT? Because you just have to keep it? Oh, okay. Ultimately, John Cena did say that he was selling it to take care of some expenses. I don't remember the exact words that he used. Please don't sue me, Ford, for saying that. But that's basically why he decided he wanted to sell it. I'm sure he makes a load of money. I don't know what expenses he has. I guess it's none of my business. I don't know the man's finances. People look rich and they're not all the time. So I'm not saying that about him, but please don't sue me, John Cena, or beat me up. Just don't show up at my door and kick my I would not enjoy that at all.
I need a new change of pants.
So that's pretty much the direction that the story's headed in. And for my own personal opinion, what would I do if I was Ford? Because that's like a lose-lose situation as much as it possibly goes. I mean, Ferrari can kind of get away with it because they're a bunch of snobs, but with a company like Ford, when they go to sue somebody, people don't think they're snobs, so they can't get away with it, which is kind of like a double-ended sword. And if they do go through with this, what's going to happen? One, they could win the lawsuit, and it looks really bad because they're suing somebody who invested $500,000. And if they lose, well, then they lose. And it kind of sets a precedent. Anybody could sell it whenever they want. So if I were Ford, the two things that I would do would be, one, just, you know, when I saw this, maybe if it was just some guy trying to do it, I would have pursued it and been like, dude, don't sell this. If you want to sell it back to us. We'll buy it for what you bought it for, and then we'll give it to the next person down on the list. Or tried to sue him, but when it's John Cena, really, this is the publicity you wanted, Ford? You should have just let it skate under the radar. Probably nobody would have noticed, not even other Ford GT owners, but I guess they wanted to make a statement and say, hey, if you try and do this, we're gonna sue you. We're holding up our contract here. And I agree with Rob Ferretti, Super Speeders Rob, who said that, you know, it's just not going to happen. There's nothing to stand on there, I guess. It is written in the contract, but really, like, how realistic is it? Basically, I agree with the sentiment out there that Cena is probably going to win the lawsuit, Ford's probably going to lose the lawsuit, and it looks bad. I don't know what to say. Just deal with it. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think below. Like I said, I appreciate your likes if you enjoyed this video, and your comments if you hate my face. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to catch a video of my truck, we did a little bit of work with that spiraled out of control. So coming tomorrow, actually, on the vlog channel, Clyde Vlogs, there's a video there. Go check it out. And I will see you guys when I see you, which is pretty much every day. So thanks for watching again, guys. Later. This is where the outro cards play. This is where you can subscribe. I'm not pointing at the right things. You can subscribe in one of these. You can buy merch in one of these. You can check out another video in one of these. Check out my stupid truck in one of these. It's just a whole bunch of links to this shit that probably nobody looks at anyway. So thanks, guys. Later.